What's up guys, Datcoopguy here, today showing you guys a beginner's guide to the Soulfist for Lost Ark. The Soulfist is a well-rounded class with a good amount of mobility and setups and buffs, and is great at AoE and single target with lots of stuns and knockback to make it to where it's an overall really fun experience. One of the main components of the Soulfist is its hype meter, which allows you to enter hype mode. You get this by using your different abilities and slowly filling up the gauge. Upon activation, this restores key energy, reduces skill cooldowns, increases attack speed, increases damage, basically makes all the strongest aspects of your class even stronger. Later on, you'll gain more levels to your hype meter, which allows you to go into higher stages of hype. Think of it almost like Dragon Ball Z, where you go Super Saiyan, then you go Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3, making it to where you go even stronger, higher attack speed, higher damage, get that key energy back, and reducing the skill cooldowns. So let's talk about some pros and cons of the Soulfist. The Soulfist, first of all, as a pro, is adaptable to any type of fight. Whether it be AoE, they got you. Single target, they got you. Pretty much everything, any type of fight out there, the Soulfist can thrive and have a good time. They also have a powerful buffs, making their abilities do big damage as long as you land those abilities correctly, which gets into the first con. Lots of wind up abilities which can get you into some sticky situations if you end up missing those attacks, because the worst type of damage dealer is one that doesn't land his hits. They also have a serious lack of survivability, which it's all about skillfully dodging and knowing that when you're winding up your skill, you have to do it at the right moment, otherwise you may end up dead on the floor. Let's jump into the first ability that we're going to be talking about, which is Pulverizing Palm. Basically allows you to do a quick little dash forward, dealing damage in two variety of attacks, and on the last hit, it does 100% damage on airborne enemies. So this is like your main ability that you're going to be using. It does an initial dash forward and a hit. Very powerful ability. Now, the first thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be actually adding mobility to the skill. Going to be one of the first things that you level up, as mobility is very important for this class, as it can be used as a dash to dodge attacks, and on top of it, get across the field. Say like there's a variety of enemies over there. Let's say like let's say all these zombie guys are over here. I would bounce over, hit them, and there you go. And then I can do the rest of my normal attacks. Now, the other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding ready attack on there. This allows it to where we have 25% more power, making it to where our higher damage based abilities will do even more damage. So let's talk about higher damage. Let's jump over to the next ability that you will be trying to max out, which is going to be Heavenly Squash. This ability is very powerful. It is a click based ability. However, one of the things that everybody forgets is you don't have to like sit here and try to aim it and everything else. It actually aims based off of your cursor. So if I have my cursor over here and I just double tap it, it'll pop up exactly where my cursor is at. Just a nice little tidbit for somebody who's jumping into this class. Now, what exactly does this do? Well, it just puts a massive damage on the ground and deals 35% damage to enemies downed on the ground or in the air. So if you do the initial setup of, maybe a knockback in that, I like to use a Pulverizing Palm. Then I would just slam them down, dealing massive damage. Now, the other thing that you're going to be adding is Burning Hands. Burning Hands is an ability that will make it to where there's a dot on them where they take damage over time, really helping out with clearing out crowds. It's also great for bosses. So, you use your Pulverizing Palm, plus that, you're getting a damage increase. You're also putting a dot on them. You're doing crazy damage right in the early spot of the game. Now, the other thing that we are also going to be working on eventually is good old Deadly Finger. Deadly Finger is another ability that is a very powerful base AoE. It has like a lot of different uses you can use it for. So it's good for an AoE spread, obviously, for taking out a bunch of different enemies. However, you can also get really up close into the action of a character model, and you can also have it to where it does all the damage directly to like a boss or something. You just have to make sure that you're really up in the action. So say like I have this on cooldown, I can't use it, but I have Pulverizing Palm back. I would jump over, and then I would use my Deadly Finger, allowing it to where I do high amount of AoE damage or single target damage, depending on how close I get to my target. So in conclusion, how do you play this class? Well, you're going to be using your Pulverizing Palm, and then you'd use your Heavenly Squash. And then, if in the event that you needed to do more damage, you'd wait till Pulverizing Palm is on cooldown, and then you'd use Deadly Finger. That's good for your single target and any AoE based stuff. All of your other skills can be used in the time in between to kind of make it to where that way you're waiting for the Pulverizing Palm to really get those combos across the field there. So, anyways, guys, that is my guide to the Soulfist. I hope you enjoyed. This is just a beginner's guide, just kind of giving you guys the basics, so that way you can jump into the class, have fun, and not have to worry about skill points, and can have an overall better experience. I'm going to be doing a variety of different guides, and hopefully some in-game guides as I level up a little bit more all of my different classes. Right now, I'm running my Paladin, trying to get him to level 50. As soon as I get him to 50, I'll make his beginner guide and in-game guide and the Soulfist as well. But I hope you guys genuinely enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We really need more subscribers, as I believe almost 90% of people that watch me are unsubscribed. So we definitely need to fix that. I definitely want to get to 3K by the end of the season. Hopefully by summer, be around 3K, and then hopefully by the end of the year, 5K. That's the goal. That's the plan. And I'll see you guys next time.